Hi, NT Daily and News Tribune viewers and subscribers. So while we were filming the NT Daily episode, actually, we were reached out to by Cole County EMS and the emergency services at the city. They asked us if Cole County EMS Chief Eric Hoy could come on to give an important update and PSA about the storm damage this week. So we had Eric on the show. As I said, sometimes the news, it comes knocking directly at your door, and that's literally what happened today. And so we were really happy to have him on and give us an important update about where the storm damage stands. Hi everyone. If you thought you were done with my PSAs for today, you were wrong. We have another important PSA. I told you sometimes the news comes directly and knocks on your door and says we got something important. So I have Cole County EMS Chief with us today. Eric Hoy is in the studio. He actually has a couple of really important updates from the storms this weekend. So we wanted to go ahead and bring him on and give an update on where the assessment has been and what can happen if you are still having trouble with electric outages or storm debris. So I'm going to hand it over to him to just give an update on where things stand in the Cole County and Central Missouri area.
Yeah, so just a quick summary. On July 4th, as everybody was trying to start their holiday, we did get hit by a severe thunderstorm. The National Weather Service has just released their primary damage assessment, and I know there's a lot of thoughts out there of what the storm might have actually been, and now we have some verifiable data. 105 miles per hour straight line winds, which mainly impacted eastern Cole County in the area of Algoa Road and then into Osage City and what is known as the Osage Delta. Some preliminary information that we know, just going back and looking at all of our records, when the storm passed through, there were 86 public safety calls for service generated from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon till midnight on the 4th. And that doesn't include, any of our other overlapping calls for service, such as medical emergencies or law enforcement activities. So quite a heavy day for all of our folks, and really just want to give them kudos for their efforts and everything that they've done. In the days since, we've been focused really heavily on clearing debris and, storm recovery efforts. That first 24-hour period was really focused on opening up the roads, specifically in Osage City and then out there in the industrial complex kind of in eastern Jefferson City. So at this point, what we know is that there have been no reported injuries due to the storms. All of our public roadways are open and accessible. Okay. And then we have no primary residents or structures, commercial businesses, those sorts of things that are uninhabitable. Some have suffered some tree damage or maybe had some roof damage, but nothing that's caused collapse or, to the extent where they can't be inhabited. We have had some outbuildings and some barns and some rural areas of the county that have been completely destroyed.
Okay.
But no damage to primary residences. One of the big things that everybody's talking about is the power situation. We've been out and we've done some damage assessment, and there is some significant damage to the utility networks. Okay. We've been in contact with our state partners, and they are working very hard to get this resolved, both Ameren and the rural co-ops. They've brought in mutual aid from outside states to work on this today. And they're trying to resolve it as quickly as possible, but unfortunately we just don't have an update.
Where is the best place for viewers to report an outage that could be storm related?
So there's a couple different...
There's infrastructure that seems like it's not coming back online quite yet. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple different ways. If it is power or utility related, the best place for that is directly to the utility companies. Okay. However, the main repository for public information and damage assessments to structures or private businesses is at the Jeff City website, JCMO Storm, I believe.
Yes, jcmo.gov /storm recovery. We will share that on our social media as well.
Yeah, and that'll have all of these updates that we have here today, and any additional information. We're planning at least an update once per day moving forward.
And if sometimes the impacts of these storms last long after initial recovery efforts, if it seems like, particularly in our agricultural or more rural parts of the county, it seems like a building is damaged, where do you go to report that?
Yeah, so
or something.
We have a public-facing system that allows the public to submit their own damage assessments. They can upload photos directly from their phone and any additional information. That link is there on the JCMO website, and then also on all of our public safety social media pages. So if you just click on that link, you'll be able to fill out that damage assessment. And that's really critical for all the residents who have suffered damage to get us that information, because that really helps us make our case for any sort of public assistance that may be available.
Which is important in these storm recovery efforts. So thank you for
absolutely
reminding us of that. Yes.
And what we really want to focus on for those damage assessments is true structural damage. We understand that there's a lot of trees down and stuff in people's yards, and while that's certainly important, those aren't going to be the things that really drive that public assistance.
Yes, you're talking about impassable rural roads, things that you need assistance moving to get cleared, and then utility lines and other core infrastructure.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Okay. Well, again, the website to get more information for this is jcmo.gov/storm recovery. And we will have the press release from the county and the city on our website. We will share that on all our socials. And please let us know if you have questions. And thank you, Chief Foy, for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And now back to your regularly scheduled wit and humor from myself and Amanda Riley for today's normal episode of the NT Daily. Good morning, Jefferson City. Welcome back to the NT Daily. I hope, since it's Tuesday, July 7th, that you have finally recovered from the weekend festivities. I know we have sort of. I am here with my lovely co-host, Amanda Riley. Again today, we just wanted to continue our vibe from hosting the parade live coverage this weekend. So thank you for coming back.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
She is going to be out of office for a few days, and I'm going to miss her, so I made her do one more segment with me before she heads off. But this weekend, we tried to party like it was 1776.
We tried, but we kind of, there were some hiccups to the weekend, but everybody worked so hard. I mean, we first and foremost, despite all of the hiccups that happened and the weather, shout out to everybody who was involved with Salute to America.
Salute to America worked all year to put on a good event, and I heard the fireworks were amazing.
Yes.
I have young children, as we have discussed on the show, so sometimes I don't get to enjoy the cooler side of nightlife.
Right.
Like, actually, when it gets dark, I'm done.
Well, I did see something that Mac McFarland did put up, a really great video of some of the fireworks.
Matt has a video?
He does, he does. So to look for that.
Yeah, so, and shout out to Erin and all of those. So we drove down to we spent Sunday at the lake, and it was a really great day at the lake on Sunday, but electricity was out.
Right.
A ton of people down at the lake, and we saw Erin trucks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to our linemen and the Ameren folks who were trying to get folks power back up on Sunday.
Especially with this heat. Yeah. At least, if anything, the rain did cool it off just enough, but still, that heat is awful.
So it was a different holiday weekend than we're used to. We're more used to this weather around Memorial Day time, not used to it coming in hot on 4th of July weekend. So yeah, thank you to everybody who volunteered to Salute to America. Mm-hmm. They put on a great event.
Yeah.
They dealt with a lot of unexpected curveballs. And
certainly.
I mean, one of my favorite floats was obviously our presenting sponsor, Central Bank. I mean, just objectively.
Have
the pomps.
The pomps. I mean, you got to go over to their social media if you haven't seen it.
See the
behind the scenes. Yeah, they were busy pomping in their office over there, and that, I think they need to do that year round, a theme. But maybe I won't told them for that. Shouldn't have said that out loud. Anyway,
you put the idea out there.
I did. I put a lot of ideas out there in the universe. That doesn't mean that they should stick to anywhere, but it was really fun to watch them drive the golf cart with
really
the pomps.
fun. Yeah.
So.
And Ken Theroff is going to be on the show later this week.
Yes.
Excited to have him come on and talk about some other stuff and what Central Bank has going on locally. But if there is another float that I would have to pick as my favorite, like as somebody who tries to have a robust garden, the fact that Bush's Florists put a whole greenhouse on the back of
greenhouse.
I can't even manage to grow something out of the ground. And they're like, We'll just put a greenhouse on the back of a float. It'll be fine. Yeah.
I like that float a lot. I mean, I couldn't really pick one favorite, but I do have to say that if I didn't know it was campaign season,
There we go.
then now I absolutely know that we are in it.
We are in campaign season, which brings us to our next segment. But hold on, we have a quick update from one of our sponsors of the NT Daily, MU Healthcare. Stay with us and we'll be right back. If you are looking for advanced heart care close to home, MU Healthcare offers the region's most comprehensive cardiovascular services and is accepting new patients in Columbia and Jefferson City, from preventative heart screenings and diagnostic testing to leading-edge care for complex conditions. You can find the support and expertise you need. Call 573-88-HEART to schedule an appointment today or visit muhealth.org/forward Heart Care Now to learn more. Yeah, so Amanda, campaign season. There were a lot of political floats in the parade this year. It's almost like there's an election coming up in a few weeks.
I think there is.
If you didn't get the memo before, if you watched the parade in person or in our live coverage, now you know that there's
a primary.
There's a primary coming up. Important because today is July 7th. Tomorrow is the last day to register in Cole County for the August 4th primary.
Yes.
So
if you've moved or if you,
got
register, yes, register to vote, change your name, all those things, or new voter. I mean, or share with someone that you know if they might not be watching that they've turned 18. College kids heading off to college. Remind them that they can vote as well.
Absentee voting.
Right.
Yeah, so since COVID changed a lot of our rules around absentee and absentee in person and mail-in ballots, I thought it would be important. We mentioned this on the show yesterday on Monday, but everybody was still nursing their 4th of July hangovers, so you probably didn't get the message. But here is kind of the timeline. The biggest, most important date is to go online today, please. You need a few things: your first and last name, your date of birth, the last 4 digits of your social security, and the county that you are registered to vote in currently. You can go to the Secretary of State's website, and if you enter those things incorrectly, it's going to check your voter registration for you. Right. So please go to the Secretary of State's website.
We will make sure to have that link and other links in either the comments or the caption.
To pull out the Kelton cam and watch Kelton figure out where he's registered to vote, because he's not actually a Cole County registered. Well, we're going to find out, so stay tuned. Later, we might have to do a tutorial that we post today on how to check your voter registration. We will not be giving out personal identification.
No, we will not. But that is the important thing, is go to that website to make sure.
So today, please do that, and then make sure that you are registered at the correct address, because you will have to show identification when you go to vote on August 4th or in November. So make sure you get that done by Wednesday. And then Wednesday, July 22nd, is mail-in absentee ballots if you have requested one from the county clerk or from the Secretary of State's office. If you have a physical mail-in ballot with you today, you must have it postmarked by July 22nd, Wednesday, July 22nd, to have that counted.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's almost 2 weeks from tomorrow.
I've only encountered this at one time when I was studying abroad.
Okay.
So I know that this is for real. You have to have it postmarked, or it doesn't count. My mom was,
Did you have yours postmarked?
Because Debbie literally reminded me every day because international mail and everything.
Right, of course.
From the day I left until the November election, she bugged me about it.
Well,
yeah. So I could get that
great.
Certified in international mail.
There you go.
It only cost like $1 bajillion.
Hey, but you know what? You did your
got it.
civic duty. It was great.
Next date, Saturday, August 1st, Cole County Courthouse will open for in-person absentee voting.
In-person absentee voting. That seems like a little bit of a...
Yeah, so you can go and vote now. Absentee voting is open. Early voting is open. We've now started since COVID, we call it early voting now, basically.
Right.
Early voting has started. Early voting has been going on for the last few weeks. We talked about it on the show a few weeks ago. I tried to make it clear it was opening up. But that is open until Monday, August 3rd, so the day before Election Day. You can go and vote and let them know that you won't be here on Election Day. You can vote. Early voting is open. And again, Saturday, August 1st, Cole County courthouse will be open.
Great.
They don't normally open on Saturdays, so that's a treat for us all.
Second floor, right?
I believe so.
I think it's second floor.
I think the clerk's office is on the second floor.
It's all.
There's not that many floors.
No,
So
there's
I
not.
guess check all the floors to be safe. But
No, it's
There's not that many-
second floor, I believe, and so yeah, that's easy enough to do.
all leads up to Tuesday, August 4th, Election Day. Polls are open 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you are in line, they have to allow you to vote. So even if you get in line at 6:59 p.m., you are still allowed to cast your vote. If you are standing in line and there is a line, do not leave the line. You can still vote.
Important.
These are my important Election Day PSAs.
Good.
Democracy is annoying, but it is worth it. If we have learned anything from celebrating 250 years of this great thing that we call America, it is that democracy is very annoying, but is very worth it.
Well, we have to do our part, I suppose. Yeah, so that's exciting. Wow, August 4th, that's just right around the corner. You'll be
Yeah.
here before you know it.
If you have questions about any of this, you can always ask us in the socials. We'll try to be as responsive as we can. If you have comments about how democracy is annoying, I would love to hear from you to our letters to the editor, of which you all have not been just swarming me with yet. So please,
We
again,
want to hear
another
from
PSA.
you. We
want to
do.
hear from you. If you even have one entitled "Democracy is Annoying," I will live read it on the show, because now I know that you are here for the vibes. Okay, thank you.
That's great.
Before we move on, we are going to kick it from a message from another one of our sponsors who had a huge 4th of July weekend, but we're going to hear from our friends at Hen House. This week's Hen House ad is packed with summer favorites. Starting tomorrow on July 8th, you can fire up the grill with patio steaks, baby back ribs, fresh rope sausage, ground beef, chicken drumsticks, KC strip steaks, and even get some raw shrimp if you want for your next cookout. In produce, you'll find juicy peaches, nectarines, seedless watermelon, red grapes, red peppers, and baby carrots, all on specials this week. The deli is stocked with Kretschmar American cheese, white American roasted turkey, ham off the bone, and Mrs. Jerry's bow tie pasta salad. And don't forget the bakery, where you'll find fresh sourdough bread, Danish coffee cakes, chocolate chip cookies, which are a household favorite at my house, vanilla cream horns, and King's Hawaiian mini sub rolls are all in the ad specials this week. Stop by Hen House at 1904 Southwest Boulevard in Jefferson City, or text Hen House 41570 for their hot deals. Go see our friends at Hen House, our local market here in Jefferson City. All right, so we have you all set. We had our Election Day PSA. Thank you for coming to my Democracy TED Talk. A couple more things before we end today's NT Daily. It's a short and sweet one because there was a lot to do over the weekend, and nobody needs to be overwhelmed and overstimulated more than Amanda and I already are. So here we go. We have a few things happening here at the News Tribune. Over the weekend, end of last week, our publisher Scott Fahn put out his perspective, his Sunday column that he puts out every so often, talking about changes coming to the News Tribune. We have talked about it on this show that we are dropping the physical paper editions for Monday and Saturday.
Yes, Monday and Saturday.
Yeah, so the cool thing about that is we are inviting the community to have a conversation, not really just about that, but basically everything that's happened over the last 6 months. Scott likes to regularly check in with readers. I mean, we could tell you where to find him. You can always text me if you really want to yell at him that badly in person. I can make that happen for you. But if you really want the great opportunity to do it with your friends, you can come tomorrow night to on High Street. We will be at the
Cinema location.
cinema at Capital City Cinema. We are hosting kind of a little town hall style chat about changes at the News Tribune,
Right.
and just like what subscribers and readers want to see moving forward, so that we can celebrate 250 years
Right.
of the News Tribune one day.
One day. So that's today at 5 o'clock.
Today at 5 o'clock, we will be at the Capital City Cinema on High Street
Yeah,
at 5 p.m.
at 5 o'clock. Right.
5 o'clock.
And there are some other things that kind of keeping in the spirit of doing things a little differently or changing things up or bringing things of more value that we'd like to make sure that we touch on before we go. We will have some more coverage of our upcoming elections, hopefully
Yeah.
some forums with some of the candidates.
Yeah, so one of the things we wanted to talk about while we gave you important democracy reminders here, or deadlines for voting in the August primary, is that we have a lot of seats are up here in this area. We have a state Senate seat that includes Cole and
Miller,
Camden,
Camden, Morgan.
and the state rep seats for the 59th and the 60th district are up as well. We have Jefferson City has the sales tax on the ballot for Jefferson City residents. There's a lot of things on the ballot. We will be talking about them. Please continue to follow our socials, follow local government reporter Steffi Smith, follow Jack Wardinsky, our State House politics reporter, so that you can stay up to date on those discussions. And that's my final PSA for democracy for now. As you can tell, this is now, I guess, it's going to be a new personality for me, is democracy. We've moved past 4th of July. Now we're in democracy until August or November. We're going to see if it sticks.
I think it will.
Always taking tips. As long as it doesn't involve wigs, we're going to have to leave the Hamilton references to our star over here, our musical star. I will not be singing. Okay, we have to draw a line somewhere. Before we go, I have one more update from one of our sponsors of the NT Daily, and we'll be right back. Southbank Gift Company is kicking off summer sales season with 25% off all summer clothing starting soon. It's the perfect time to shop easy summer looks from brands like Nick and Zoe and Liverpool. Whether you're getting ready for vacation or just want a fresh outfit for the rest of the season, and this is only the beginning. Southbank will have a special summer sale on select home items coming up, so keep an eye on their social medias and our social media at the News Tribune for more details on their end of summer sale. Visit Southbank in downtown Jefferson City and get ready to shop the sales. All right, welcome back. We're going to wrap the NT Daily for today. There was an exciting city council meeting last night, so we're going to have Steffi Smith back on to give us a city update, as we do every few weeks. She has become a very popular part of the NT Daily, and we love her. We love having her on. So she's going to be back. Matt McFarland, as promised, we've been putting off this data center conversation.
Right.
So the NT Daily this week is full of guests. We're going to have Ken Thera from Central Bank on this week too. So that is all that you have to look forward to. And Amanda gets to take vacation. I get to sit here and be sad. And so I have to bring in other people to talk to me so that I can not have to go to therapy. And that's how we're ending the show today. Wish Amanda a good vacation. Wish Erin some sanity. And we will see you again tomorrow on the NT Daily.